Anders takes more damage and misses on Gale. Thank you very much. Divine Smite on Gale and misses that as well. Stop! Stop! Critical miss, thank God. All right, we are back in Baldur's Gate with Hathik and his crew, who in the last episode completed their endeavor to make the world just a little bit safer of a place so that the tieflings might start their journey to the city of Baldur's Gate, and it seems they have indeed started that journey as they are no longer in our camp. Hopefully we'll run into some of them again in the future should we ever make our way out to Baldur's Gate as well. Now in today's episode, we are going to be helping Karlach with her quest. We picked up Karlach quite some time ago, and she refuses to elaborate on any of her dialogue options until we help her. And I've lamented in the past that probably had some urgency to it. We were standing right next to her quest, and we didn't do it at the time. We just walked away. So no matter, we're going to start it today. To do that, we're going to put her on the team. I think we'll swap her out with Lae'zel. Lae'zel is our frontline heavy melee hitter. So it seems like that's a pretty decent near one-to-one trade. Lae'zel also soaks up a lot of damage. I don't know that Karlach is going to. I haven't really looked at Karlach at all, but I'm going to assume she's a barbarian. So I imagine she'll be doing some heavy melee damage. I really like the makeup of our team right now, so it's hard to change out anyone, but I definitely want Karlach along for her quest, so that's what we'll do. Now, to swap her out, I gotta go have a conversation with Lae'zel, and I'm gonna give the game a 50-50 chance that that's gonna be an awkward conversation. In the last episode, we had a party with the tieflings celebrating our success, and during that party, every single member of Hathik's team came onto him because Hathik's animal magnetism is impossible to deny. And Lae'zel just straight up propositioned him. She's like, if you want to bang, come to my tent later. Which Hathik never showed up. So I'd imagine we may. It's a possibility. We might have an awkward conversation in our future. We'll probably, if we do have that awkward conversation, have that moment of binary choice, that ultimatum that we've gotten with some of the others, where I don't want to flirt with you, I just want to be friends. We've gotten that with Will and Gale already and told them we just want to be friends. So we may be due for that as well with Lae'zel and probably Shadowheart. If we get that right now with Lae'zel, if that does come to pass, we're probably going to tell her to cool it. First of all, she's probably moving a bit fast for Hathik, but also she's from another species and she lays eggs. So I think we probably have to learn a little bit more about her before Hathik is ready to jump into that deep end. Now, we're going to talk to her. We're going to talk to everybody. If no one has anything to say, we'll probably just cut from here to being on the road with Karlach. But if I give a 50-50 chance that Lae'zel is going to have an awkward conversation, I'm going to give a 90% chance that Shadowheart's going to have an awkward conversation. Because during that party, we shared a bottle of wine with Shadowheart, and it seemed pretty obvious that she wanted that to be a romantic encounter, and it did not turn out that way. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some discussion to be had there, and I also wouldn't be surprised if we do get that same conversation that we've had with Will and Gale already, where we have to make a decision. Now, if we do get that decision thrust upon us, I think we might encourage her. We'll see what ends up happening. I mean, nothing may come of this. Like I said, we might just cut to being on the road with Karlach and the rest of the team. But if we do get that decision, we might encourage her if it makes sense for Hathik. Reason being, first of all, while I have mentioned that this is probably all a bit early in the way that this game has been pacing in this playthrough, for Hathik to be considering romance, and this situation's a tiny bit off-putting. It is still a game, and I would like to see at least one of the storylines, but I have a sneaky suspicion that Shadowheart's story specifically is more intertwined with the main story than any of the rest of them. I could end up being wrong, and it'll be fun to discover that, but, you know, she's got the relic. She was headed to Baldur's Gate no matter what. Like, her mission sends her there. It seems like she might have a larger part to play in the story, and I wouldn't be surprised if Hathik feels that as well. But in addition to that, in the intervening time since the last week, I have soaked in some lore, some D&D lore regarding Shar, the deity Shar, which is really fantastic. This game is based on D&D. I like games that have a bunch of lore, but it can be difficult with smaller games to find lore that is just conceptual and not loaded with spoilers. But this platform that is D&D is very old, and you can find years old videos and blogs and articles and documents and commentary that do not spoil this at all. But learned about Shar, learned that, oh boy, she is evil with like a capital E, like top-notch evil. More so than I figured, like, oh, she's just the goddess of darkness and then she has followers. Like, nah, she's actually pretty messed up. Seems to be an integral part of D&D. It was actually very interesting and kind of led down a long rabbit hole. But she's very closely related with Selûne, obviously being her sister, and Mystra and the Weave, and she has her own weave and all sorts of stuff. But it has me kind of thinking that we might want to, even though I personally feel that starting a close personal relationship with somebody that is founded upon needing them to change who they are is an absolute non-starter. Just never do something like that. Like I said, also though, this is a game, but from what I know about Shar, which I'm going to say Hathik knows, he grew up in Baldur's Gate, or at least he's from Baldur's Gate. He's from this world. He has to know at least a little bit about this, and now I certainly do. Combined with what we know about her, I think it might be wise for us to try to keep her as close as possible, and maybe, just maybe, start showing her that she may not need to show as much fealty to Shar. Maybe just not necessarily guide her away, but let her find her own path away. It is a game, and we may find the edges of those game, and that's not something that's written into the story. But I also would not be surprised, because this game has been really intricate, and some of these conversations have been really, really surprising how they throw me for a loop and feel kind of realistic. So I would not be surprised if we have an opportunity to let her maybe move away from the darkness, as it were, quite literally. Especially because, like, if memory serves, over these last few episodes, like, we've had moments with her where, like, if I pet the dog, she approves. Like, when we helped kids, she approved. Like, she approves of all this good stuff. I think she likes it when I steal things, or, like, if I open doors that, like, we've unlocked stuff and she's approved, like places we shouldn't have been. I think. I don't know. It's tough to recall exactly, but I feel like her moments of approval have always felt out of character, almost always. So, either way. That's what I'm thinking. Like I said, it might not come to pass. Maybe we just cut straight to being on the road with Karlach. We're going to talk to everybody. If they got nothing to say, I'll cut it out. But if they do, that's what I'm thinking right now. So anyway, that's the plan. We're going to talk to everybody, possibly deal with an awkward conversation from Shadowheart and Lae'zel if they've got something to say about last night. And then we are going to grab Karlach and head out to do her quest. All right, let's jump in. All right. I am a big baby. I'm going to pet the dog first.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth.
All right, well, I'm a big baby, so I was going to pet the dog first, and I was probably just going to cut that out. I didn't take Speak with Animals, so I don't know what... Scratch has a bag clenched between his teeth. Well, I guess we'll use animal handling. Oh, man, I didn't cast Speak with Animals. You only ever get the option to pet the dog, so I was going to pet the dog for for a little moral support. Then I was going to talk to everybody else except for Shadowheart and Lae'zel. And then talk to them last, but... All right, I guess we'll use animal handling. Can I get a bonus? No, I really wish I could get... I wish, like, Shadowheart could oversee and give me some guidance. +1 from Jack of all trades. Let's go. Nice. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals, and he's not going to have anything to say about this. I missed my chance. I'm sure of it. All right, let's see. Thank you, Scratch. I love this dog.
He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
He's got a bone in a bag. We might give that back to him. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. We're going to see what happens.
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
The fact that I can pet the dog and play music, it's a good game. Now I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. We're going to go talk with him. Oh, I got a potion of healing, not a bone. Okay, cool. Let's go talk with Scratch. Let's just make sure he has anything to say about that.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
I am, yeah, this is what I was expecting. Just that I can pet him. All right, we already pet you, Scratch. We'll leave you be. You know what we'll do? Here, we'll throw your ball. There you go. It squeaks. All right. Well, like I said, I am a big baby, so we're going to talk to literally everybody else in order, and then we will talk with Lae'zel and Shadowheart. We'll start with Volo, because he's not on the team. All right, I talked with everybody who's not Shadowheart and Lae'zel. They had nothing to say, but Halsin has some options that I am interested in, specifically about, like, the shadow-cursed lands or whatever. So, Halsin, my good man.
You wish to speak?
So I have to ask, how do you know so much about the parasite?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself.
Interesting.
Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
Interesting. I have seen that drow.
It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remain are shadow-cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise. but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better.
Interesting. Oh, also, I'm playing after patch 3, so the dye actually works on the hat now. It's actually green, which is good because it matches our outfit. What about this secret stronghold in the Underdark? You must know more.
Precious little, but I'm quite certain it can still be found.
And why do you want to go to Moonrise Towers?
Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection.
Interesting. It seems like you feel responsible for the Shadow Curse somehow.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
So this is interesting. This has been going on for a long time. I did not know that. Do you know how this Shadow Curse can be stopped?
Perhaps, but we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice.
Well, tell me the theory.
Put it from your mind for now.
Oh.
Once we're near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
That's not cool. That is not cool. So that's why you went with Aradin. You thought you might find this route to Moonrise.
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close.
Oh, you're in good hands now, my friend. So how are you faring here at the camp?
Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the grove was too comfortable for my tastes. I felt removed from nature. I'll miss my books, but I can find all the wisdom they contain out here firsthand.
Well, if there's anything I can do to make you less comfortable, let me know.
I'm sure something will come to me, given time.
All right, time to bite the bullet. Lae'zel, let's have a word.
Speak.
Oh, interesting. Huh. You know, that's interesting. Her and Shadowheart didn't have anything to say about dying either, and I gave the game a 50-50 chance that they might talk about dying being resurrected at least once. It would get irritating if you weren't a great player and you kept having to resurrect people and they were constantly commenting on it, but I figured they would say it at least once. I suppose this is probably the dialogue option to continue our romance if we wanted to. We'll leave that. Lae'zel, I'm gonna need you to wait for me in camp.
Chuck, you believe you can survive without me?
I mean, for a little bit, yes. I hate that I have to always be mean to her. She's always a pain in the ass. I'm not arguing. Remain here.
As you say, do not keep me waiting.
Lae'zel, you're up next. We're going... Oh, interesting. All right, so I think I mentioned I'm playing after patch 3 where my hat is finally green from the dye I used. And it says we have taken the alchemy patch from Lae'zel and the camp supply pack from Lae'zel and the keychain from Lae'zel using magic pockets. All right. I don't love that. I wish that just went to the camp. Now I have 2 camp supply packs. That's very irritating. We'll send that to camp. All right, well, whilst I was sorting out the inventory that got dropped on me from Lae'zel, it seems that I do have a bone. And let's see, can we throw this for him? We're gonna throw this bone. Maybe I can give it to him, I don't know. Let's try throwing it. I can throw it. Let's throw it right here. Boom. Go get it. Boo. We'll pick it up. Karlach, let's get you on the team. You look eager to go.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood.
Same.
I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
All right, Karlach, come on. We're heading out.
Hell yes.
Nice. Oh, she's got leveling up to do. Let's get her leveled up. Hopefully she's got an easy level up. Some of these are really complex. Karlach is indeed a barbarian. She is now a barbarian level 2. I think she's got a few levels to go. We have no decisions to make. That's fantastic. Her health goes to 23. She gets danger sense. You sense when things aren't as they should be. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against trap spells and surfaces. That's awesome. And she has reckless attack. Until your next turn, you have advantage on attack rolls, but enemies also have advantage against you. Interesting. Barbarian level 3. Oh, we've got subclass and class features. Subclass Wild Heart, Berserker, or Wild Magic. All right, Wild Heart is your attunement with nature, and its beast inspires your rage, empowering you with supernatural might. Gains the passive Bestial Heart. There's Berserker. Violence is both a means and an end. You follow a path of untrammeled fury, slick with blood, as you thrill in the chaos of battle, heedless of your own well-being. You gain Frenzy. Your rage turns into a frenzy. You gain Frenzied Strike and Enraged Throw. You can also make an improvised weapon attack as a bonus action. Interesting. Gain resistance to physical damage and advantage on strength checks and saves. Or we have Wild Magic. The wild influence of magic has transformed you, sufficing you with an arcane power that churns within you, waiting to be released. That actually sounds like it might be in line with her. Isn't she imbued with like her awful mechanical heart? She gains Rage Wild Magic. Enter a rage that releases all the magic roiling inside of you, causing a random magical effect. Gain resistance to physical damage and advantage on strength checks and saves. She also gains Magic Awareness. Anyone within a range adds their proficiency bonus to saving throws against spells. I don't like the random magical effect, though this sounds like this might make sense for her. All right, I personally like Berserker more, but I don't know that we're going to use her a bunch, and I feel like Wild Magic kind of suits her like character better. She's got this thing like ticking inside of her that causes problems. I think she like lights on fire, she said, if she gets too excited. So I think we're going to make her the Wild Magic subclass. She also gains a spell, Legacy of Avernus, Searing Smite. Weapon damage. She gains 2d6 fire on her attack. Nice. All right, that's what we're doing. She's going to do the Wild Magic subclass. Boom. Do we have another level up coming? We do. One more. New feat available. Guess what your feat is. Guess what your feat is. All right, like the rest of the team, we are all performers at heart. She gains the performer feat. Done and done. Join us, and I think, first of all, let's find out, can you use this weapon? The pole blade. We're gonna do that. We'll see how she fares with that. It seems interesting. She's got proficiency, so she gets all of these unlocks, and she also gets Sorrowful Lash. That's a good start for you. Let's have her head over to the Traveler's Chest and see what else is in there for her. All right, we got Karlach on the team. There wasn't much for her in the chest, but we got her a loot. She's also got some gloves that give her strength saving throws, and she's got a helmet on that gives her constitution saving throws, I think, but it made her look absolutely ridiculous. Like, it turns her hair bright red, and she looks silly. So I hid the helmet, but she's got it on, and she's ready to go. All right, let's have a conversation with Shadowheart, see if she has anything to say about last night.
All's well, I hope.
Of course, unless something's the matter.
No. I just wanted to see how you felt after the night we spent together. When we talked, I thought you were going to kiss me.
Oh, boy.
I was almost sure of it.
All right, let's see if this gets her to share more about what she's thinking. You first.
I can't recall the last time I shared so much with someone. Maybe I never did before. It meant a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. I thought you were going to kiss me. I wanted you to kiss me.
Interesting. That is very interesting. I would not have predicted that. That is very, like... That is almost like a very real human... I mean, she's half-elf, but like a very human-like emotion response that I was not expecting. So this is really interesting because we haven't gotten to know too much about her, because up to this point she's been very distant and very prickly about sharing anything. Anytime we ask her a question, she's like, none of your business. But then over the last couple of episodes, of her own volition completely, she's been very effusive in sharing stories of her childhood and her past and how she came to be who she is. Even this moment is very, like, exposed and vulnerable for her and very, like, forthright. So like I said, I think we're gonna encourage her. I think we're gonna jump in. We're gonna tell her, I should have kissed you. That night meant a lot to me. I hope there's more to come.
I hope so too. Though I'm not sure what kind of courtship will be afforded, given all that we're facing. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well.
All right, we're going to go through some of these questions. I keep meaning to ask her about her Shar worship and just forget every time we come to camp, but I think we have to make a point to learn a little bit more about her now. I want to talk about your Shar worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
You should trust me. We're in the same boat after all. All right, obviously I can't get guidance on the check against her, but we are experts at persuasion. Let's see. Big money. No whammies. Nice. 18. Let's go.
Very well.
And
Perhaps
she approves.
there's potential in you.
How
Let's see
dare
how
you?
handle this.
How dare you?
I am indeed a disciple of Shar, mistress of the night and lady of loss. I assume you've heard of her?
I don't want to shut her down, so we're not going to go with any of these. We're going to keep her talking, so we're going to tell her, remind me.
My Lady Shar is the Night Singer, the patron of darkness and loss.
Fascinating. Fascinating. Please continue.
Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shar teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act.
Oh, I wish I asked you this before last night.
Hope. The promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts.
So why are you
We shed
here?
those cloaks. Before Shar, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals.
Oh my god, you are just being taken advantage of. They saved her from a wolf. And now she's completely sworn all fealty. How exactly do Shar worshippers turn people toward their goddesses?
We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found.
Oh my god.
There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shar's truths.
We're gonna be honest, and she's gonna disapprove, but that's just fine. It sounds evil.
Well, if that
disapproves.
troubles you, perhaps you should fetch the bailiff to arrest you. Ah, but there's no bailiff here, is there? Just leagues of wilderness and the dangers lurking within.
How dare
We're in
you?
this together, but I'll happily go it alone. My faith will keep me company.
How dare you? Turn to other matters. All right, let's find out a little bit more about her being intrigued about the Dark Justiciars. You seemed intrigued when Halsin mentioned Dark Justiciars before.
Wouldn't you be in my place? If there's even the slightest chance that Shar worshippers remain within our reach, we should try and find them.
Oh my god, no.
Even if they're all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use?
Yeah, fair enough.
My people are nothing if not resourceful. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shar, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shar, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank.
Huh.
She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shar's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Because you're more valuable as a pawn to be sacrificed. Oh, God. All right, I don't want to encourage her anyway, so thank you, Shadowheart, for sharing. All right, let's see what else there is to learn. I want to get to know you more, Shadowheart.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
Good point. You don't have a memory, right? I feel like we already know the answer to this question, but we know it in a specific context, so let's see what she has to say. What drew you to Shar worship?
She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Saloonites tell.
Oh, boy. Well, tell me something about yourself besides Shar and tadpoles.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I
When you
like
put it that way.
toolkits and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
God damn, man. Everybody is such a jerk in this goddamn camp. All right, go on.
It's a deal.
I don't know what it's a deal was, but sure. She approved of something. It's a deal. Anything else you'd care to share?
No, I can't.
Yeah, fair enough.
Quite literally, I mean. With my memory suppressed, I can't betray Shar's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shar's mission, then my memories will be restored.
Yeah, you mentioned you've had your memory suppressed. That seems extreme.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shar will reward me when I succeed.
You and I think we share something special, and I'd like to talk about it.
Very serious of you. But go ahead.
How are you faring?
Always good when I'm with you.
Well, isn't that sweet? Yeah, let's talk about all that's happened to us so far.
Fine. What's on your mind?
What do you think about what happened to the Druid Grove?
I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
Very interesting that she seems happy that we didn't let it get razed to nothing by evil, awful people. We're going to try to learn as much as we can from her about her perception of Shar worship. All right, yeah, let's see what she thinks about this. How am I holding up in your estimations?
Quite splendidly, to give credit where it's due. You and I have shared some good times together, and it seems we have plenty in common.
I mean, sort of, and you also just did say you would go it alone. Well, that was incredibly interesting. I cannot stress how much I wish that I had asked all of those questions before the party. Oh well, for another playthrough. All right, I think that's everything. I think we're ready to jump in. We've got Karlach on the team. She's got her instrument, she's got her weapon, she's ready to go. Everybody else is ready to go. Let's jump in.
See what this does.
All right, we're still in the Grove, and before we leave the Grove, we might head inside, and if it's easy enough to find her, I might want to just have a word with Korka and see if she has anything to say about all that has transpired. There also should be a new leader to the Grove. Who knows? Maybe they're in there. But it looks like Karlach has something she wants to say, so let's talk with her.
So, hey, we've got this soul coin, right? Thing is, I think I can use
God damn it!
my engine can, anyway. Zariel used to top me up every now and again when she wanted me to go after an especially wicked target.
You bastards and your eating items! Stop it! Aren't you afraid that's gonna overload your engine?
Nah, it'll be fine.
Oh my god. So you've got a coin slot in your heart, or what?
Sort of. Next time we find ourselves toe-to-toe with something we want to squash, drop a coin in. See what happens.
Alright, we're not gonna give her a coin now. Intriguing. Next time we're in battle, I'll make sure you get a coin.
Fuck yes. Now I just need something to sink my teeth into.
Oh my god. If you had good armor, you'd be like a slightly more polite Lae'zel. Alright, we're gonna head in real quick, and then we're beelining it over. Oh, there's Korga right there. I don't have to go that far.
Peace. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh, that was it. Okay, that's fine. All right. It does not look like we have a choice other than to head out the front door. The place we gotta go is basically to our northwest. But it looks like we're gonna have to go a little southwest to get there. I'm curious if we can get through over here. We should be able to get... Perhaps we can jump across this way. If not, we'll make our way over here. Let's see if we can't get ourselves into this spot down here.
Flowers, leaves, grass.
I was raised in the city.
Can't beat it.
I'm more used to feeling cobblestones underfoot than grass and fallen leaves.
Interesting.
Before I went to Avernus, I'd have agreed with you. Nothing quite like Baldur's Gate, is there?
Alright, it looks like we're gonna have to go through the Blighted Village, and the goblins should still be attacking us on sight, so we're gonna keep a low profile, but looks like Gale has something he wants to say, and I think I gotta come out of sneak to do that. Oh, Gale, you bastard! Gale needs to eat magic. Alright, whatever, Gale.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Alright, it seems that I can't give Gale things that are in the camp, which is really unfortunate. I've been putting all the stuff I want to feed him in the camp. We're gonna try to persuade him to hold on a second. We're gonna go to the camp real quick. Come back with a bunch of stuff in our inventory to give him. We'll keep at least one or two things on us from this point forward. Let's see if we can persuade him. Can I get some guidance from Shadowheart? Thank you very much. Gale, you hold on just 1 second. Nice! Nat 20, critical success. Gale, you just wait 1 moment.
I hate for you to think me impatient or ungrateful. I shall persevere for now.
The change in tone was fantastic. All right, Gale, I think you're being a little overdramatic, but we've got something for you.
I have to speak slowly. I'm finding it quite difficult to concentrate with my condition gnawing at my insides like a teething displacer kitten.
All right, calm down. I've got an artifact.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
You may, and I hate you. You are so irritating.
Thank you.
Gale, I hate you.
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all.
I'm gonna kill
Listen,
you.
I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Oh no. All right, go on. You're among friends.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am.
You have the
What
worst
I am
timing.
Is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse.
What?
And later, even my lover.
What? That seems bold. Few would dare to reduce a goddess to their muse.
I am, after all, the villain of the tale.
Oh boy.
We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond.
Interesting.
I sought to cross her boundaries.
And how exactly did you try to cross those boundaries?
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
All right, well, I mean, as bad as the timing is, I'm intrigued, so tell us the tale.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower.
Oh, God.
A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite, and his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. Fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mistra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
And what was the answer to that question?
The answer was to try. And the outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, then suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And God's is it ever hungry.
How are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning.
And Mystra wouldn't help you.
Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however...
Go on.
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
I trusted you, Gale. You should have told me right away.
I know. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
No, you can stay, but we gotta... What the hell are we gonna do? We've come this far together, we're gonna continue together. This is how it'll be.
That is... a great relief.
You're too dangerous on your own.
Relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Interesting that he couldn't just go back to Mystra and be like, listen, I tried something. It didn't work. I need your help. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. I forgot the dog. We gotta summon Scratch. We'll do that after we dig up this mound. Let's get over here. Let's summon Scratch. Nice. Now we are truly an adventuring party. It seems that after this 3.0 update, their, like, in-game chatter is a little misaligned. Hopefully they fix that with another patch. All these conversations they've been having, I don't know if they don't get cut out, as we, like, walk around and they talk amongst themselves, are all, like, overlapping and, like, weirdly timed now. Alright. We're here at the edge of Karlach's quest, which is to confront the paladins, hunt the devil. I suppose there's nothing better for us to do than to just step across. We'll loot the bodies as we go.
Those gnolls might be nearby. Careful.
Yeah, I think it's right behind us. I'm assuming Karlach did all this. Surprised she hasn't anything to say yet. Alright, we're charging in. We're not going to be cautious about it. I think we're ready for a battle. There's a severed head. Gross. Scratch is just putzing around. I hope you don't get us into battle, Scratch. I hope you are ignored by the enemy AI. Alright, I guess we're going to go in this building. We'll come around the outside. Oh, interesting. There's people we can talk to in here. It's a traitor and a dead refugee. Alright, well, let's step in and talk to Cyril.
I need a quick word.
Keep that beast away from us, you hear?
Me, the beast. Now that's fucking rich.
That was it? We'll check the refugee, see if she gets upset. Interesting. There's a soul coin in here. Where we are going, I do not know. The soul coin is not on the roof, but it seems there's somebody inside that we can talk to. Anders. Let's talk with Anders.
Cut it out. Please, no more. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please. We just want to go home.
All right, let's see if we can let's see if we can use some insight. We'll assess his posture, his eyes, and see if he's telling the truth. Let's see. Shadowheart, can I get some guidance? Let's see. Big money. We got this. Come on. Oh God. Come on, Shadowheart. Shadowheart, thank you. Nice.
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
Nice. All right. Enough of the charade. I know who you really are.
Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlach, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Oh, we're in a precarious spot.
The furnace was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit. Alright, they get to all sorts of go first and find some high ground. Oh, Gale got rocked. That is unfortunate. Oh, you know what we don't have? We don't have any friggin' health potions. Oh, we have 8. Here we go. Gale, why don't you drink a health potion? Let's step you in and maybe we'll do some Scorching Ray. Oh, or maybe Cloud of Daggers on that guy. I really like that Cloud of Daggers thing. I do love Cloud of Daggers, so let's give a little Cloud of Daggers on this lady, maybe? We'll throw it on Anders. He's got 44 hit points, so hopefully if he walks through this, he'll get himself hurt. Nice. He takes a hit in the daggers, and then I believe on his turn he should also take more damage, so... Alright, Karlach, it's your turn. Let's step you inside, I suppose. Alright, looks like Karlach has the Hunter's Mark Quarry, probably from this person, who if they shoot us, it looks like we're going to take additional damage. We'll go ahead and put her in a rage, since she'll probably take an attack next turn. We didn't give her a soul coin, but I don't think we need to waste one on whatever's going on here. She's got wild magic teleport. What? Oh, I should have used that. I could have gotten up there. All right, well, we have a lot to learn about her. Karlach, that's your turn. Hathik, it's your turn now. How many hit points can you sleep someone for? Too many hit points. What is it, up to 24? 24. How about we hit you with some Dissonant Whispers? Level 2? Sure. 20% chance to hit. Meh. Oh, he's got an aura of protection. He saved on Dissonant Whispers, but he took a little bit of damage, and that's just fine. We're going to step Hathik out of the room. He can run back in if he wants to, but this way Anders has to run through the Cloud of Daggers, and we can't get shot by the bow-wielding person. Oh, shit, there's someone out here. I forgot about this lady. All right, whatever, that's fine. That's fine. Whoops. I forgot she was out here. But you know what? Scratch didn't forget. Scratch, why don't you step up and bite this person? Nice. Good job, Scratch. Anders takes more damage and misses on Gale. Thank you very much. Divine Smite on Gale and misses that as well. Stop! Stop! Critical miss, thank God. Nice. This lady takes an attack of opportunity. I think she's just going to run away. No! She is getting some distance so she could cast her spells. I hate you. All right, Shadowheart, right from there, how about a Guiding Bolt? How about a level 2 Guiding Bolt on Anders? And you miss! No, that is not good, Shadowheart. All right, let's step her out of the way of the door so she doesn't get shot either. The person's going to go after Karlach, whoever's up here. What's this lady's name? Trin. Trin is going to go after Karlach, I'm sure, so let's see what she does. Hamstring shot on Karlach, who saves the hamstring but takes 4 damage. That's fine. All right, Karlach, you're up. Let's see if we can hit Anders with a lacerate, and maybe we can just put him closer to death there. And he gains bleeding. That is fantastic. Can we shove him back into the... Let's step over here and see if we can shove him back into the daggers. Do it. Nice! That was fantastic. Oh, that made me very, very happy. All right, we're going to move her up closer. And Karlach, why don't you celebrate a little? Yeah, how about some old-time battles? Is your loot going to catch fire? All right, Gale, you're up. How about we see if we can hold person on Trin?
My pleasure.
She saved. Boo, that is not cool. But you're not going to leave Karlach hanging. You're going to perform some old-time battles with her.
Blood comes easy these days.
All right, Haythik unfortunately stepped into this room with this lady. It is what it is. How many hit points you got? 12? We might just put you to sleep so we could deal with other people. Let's do that. Good night, my friend. All right, she goes to bed. All right, Haythik's up. He stepped into the room. We're going to throw a healing word at Karlach because we are out of health potions, basically. We're going to scratch over close to this person. She's up next. We're not going to attack, but we're going to put him in range for an opportunity attack if she tries to walk away again. She should stay asleep, and then we're going to wake her up with Shadowheart with an attack of some type. She is sleeping. Shadowheart, how much health does she have left? 12? All right, Shadowheart, how about you hit her with a guiding bolt? We can go ahead and wake her up. Nice. 10 damage. That's fantastic. She's got 2 left. Beautiful. All right, Scratch should be able to deal with her if we make it down to that turn. We will step Shadowheart into the room and underneath the overhang, so hopefully she can't get shot. Let's see what Trin does. Shoots at Gale and misses. Fantastic. All right, Karlach's up. Karlach, let's try out your wild magic teleport. Let's get up here. Are you joking? I didn't even notice she had the whole walk line up there. All right, whatever. Whatever. Here, hit this person. All right, Karlach used her main hand attack on Trin. She needed the 15, she rolled a 13. Sure, let's use our reckless attack. We got a little bit of learning to do with Karlach, but that was very interesting. Hilarious, her use of teleport. That was good. Good for a chuckle. Gale, how about some magic missile? Are you gonna walk up here to do it? Gale, let's go with a little magic missile on Trin. Nice. And he did not walk up here. And Hunter's Quarry concentration is broken. Beautiful. Haythik, it is your turn, and I bet what you can do now, and you can indeed. How about we put Trin to sleep? Beautiful. All right, Haythik, time for a little celebration. Old-time battles. All right, Scratch's turn. Scratch, you know what to do. Bite Cyril. Nice. 4 damage, puts her down. I love it. Scratch, let's start getting you in here, if we can. Let's get you close to the door. All right, Karlach. Let's start with a regular old main hand attack on Trin. Critical hit, puts her down. Our fiery friend is updated.
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
All right, calm down. Zariel won't get near you again. We'll make sure of that.
That's right, she won't.
Oh my god, you gotta calm down.
Can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
Oh my god. Where are you going? Oh my god, you're lighting things on fire. You have to stop. Also, what are you doing? What is happening? Stop. Whatever you... I can't control her. This is crazy. All right, we got to get out of this room. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. The whole team is going crazy. Shadowheart's hurt. She's got unbridled wrath, releasing a decade of pent-up rage in a blaze of infernal fury. 3 turns remaining. And you really did a number on Shadowheart there. I could kill you. Oh, you're a pain in the butt. Look at her go. Don't you come anywhere near us. You stay away.
That ought to do it.
All right, she's running hot, and we have to talk to her. All right, let's have a conversation. Jesus Christ.
Whew. Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots.
Oh my god.
Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look?
Slightly mad, to be honest. Are you okay?
Who? Me? This is the best day I've had in years.
Oh my god.
Engine heats up the whole system enough not to get burned. Hopefully it will hold together long enough to get tuned up. Let's move, huh? I'm running high and in the mood for a fight.
Oh my god almighty. Alright. Let's search these bodies. She's at least not setting fire to things anymore. We'll do this. We'll take a short rest real quick. Get everybody's health back. Rather than spend health potions, maybe we'll find some health potions in here. Unlikely, I suppose. Let's go find out what Anders was holding on to. Oh, nice. He had the Sword of Justice. It does 2 to 12 damage, and it offers Tears Protection. Protect a creature from attacks, increase its armor class by 2. Spell ends when the Sword of Justice is unequipped. Very interesting. No one is proficient with martial weapons. Maybe Lae'zel is. We can take a look at that. We'll send that to camp for now. All right, and we have Order of the Gauntlet on matters of law and justice. Let's take a look. Good is the absence of evil. It means to seek peace and to enforce it. It means to seek depravity and to denounce it. And it means to trust in your God and yourself, for the greatest good of all is called faith. Goodness is not lawfulness. Law is a commandment of God or of mortals. It is the call of authority and the sanction of its opponents. Law is the father of order. To renounce it is to invite chaos, in which there is neither meaning nor life. Law can be corrupted. Lawfulness is not goodness. I say to you, then, that we seek not to be good or to be lawful, but to be just. For what is to be good if we cannot define the acts that oppose it? What is to be lawful if it is a devil's commands we obey? Justice is the hand that feeds the hungry and the shield that guards the weak. It is the sword that fells the wicked and the cloak that warms the indignant. It is for justice that the Order of the Gauntlet stands watch, and it is justice that Tyr and Torm, Helm, and Horror demand. Very interesting. I suppose that's their order. All right, we've got the whole place looted, and it looks like there is an ornate wooden hatch. Let's go see what's inside. It's a storeroom, and there's a vault door. We didn't find any keys on anybody. We probably could have looked around outside a bit, but this is fine. A dead toll collector. The dead toll collector has the Toll House Ledger. Let's take a look. A ledger containing the details of a toll house's takings for the current year, 1492 DR. Most entries are neatly written, listing the travelers and the amount of gold paid, but the text on the most recent page is smudged and rambling. 9. Marpeneth, 4 merchants with a single wagon, sundries 25 gold. Next entry, Flaming Fist Company, 15 fists and gauntlet, 100 gold fee waived. Fists don't pay tolls, they extort. Next entry, brewer and 2 guards bringing kegs to Joaquin's Rest, 35 gold. Interesting. Next, 7 farmers, no goods, no gold, wounded, warned us to leave. Next entry, Uktar sent a courier to request extra guards or relief. Next is more farmers, too many to count, no goods, carrying their own dead. And then road untenable, and finally preparing to abandon post, and it didn't look like you got that opportunity. Alright, we can't lockpick the door, but before we leave here, we're gonna see if we can speak with this guy. I keep forgetting I have speak with dead. Let's see if we can find out anything from him. Maybe he knows where the key to this door is since I can't lockpick it.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Let's start with, why were you in the basement?
Hiding. Frightened.
Where's the key to the door? Were you alone when you died?
Gods abandoned me and Vance.
How did you die?
Goblins. Laughing. Cutting.
And finally, we can find out, who are you?
Toll collector. Merton.
We know that. Let's head back outside. He said they abandoned me and Vance. I don't see a Vance in here, though we can step outside. There's more bodies out here. Oh, there's a severed leg, a severed arm, and a rib cage. If we find Vance, it's not going to be good. Oh, there's a body. There's a body, and it looks like I can speak with dead to the body. Dead toll collector. Yeah, let's recast speak with dead. Boom. Hopefully he's not mad that I just robbed him.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Oh, let's start with, do you have any valuables? Please be a key.
Gold. Basement. Locked.
Where is the toll house key?
I fell. Dropped key.
Where were you heading?
Anywhere. Away. Safety.
And how did you die?
Jumped. To escape. Broken.
And I assume you are Vance, are you not?
Vance.
Yeah, I thought so.
Toll collector.
All right, well, where would he have dropped a key? I'm assuming the key is going to be nearby to him. Like it should be here? No. Oh, Jesus, there it is. Nice. Awesome. All right, well, we found the key. It was not too far from his body. Let's head up and see if we can open that door. Perception failed. There is a trap over there. Shadowheart, why don't you step forward, see if you can discover that trap. You can't. Gale, why don't you step up, see if you can discover that trap. Nice.
Surprise.
That is... Oh my god, there's traps everywhere. Alright, Hathik, nice and slow. I guess we're gonna go into the big room first. Scratch. I need you separated and the heck away. Oh my god. Scratch.
Nice and quiet.
There are more traps in here. Hathik's perception. Shadowheart. Shadowheart. Cast a little guidance on Hathik.
You need to pick me up.
Man, Hathik's perception is failing galore. I mean, we can clearly see the traps, so it is what it is.
This place is trapped.
And I don't see any levers. There was no way to turn this off. Disarm all the traps at once. I don't see anything. We'll take out a light, and we will read the leadership of the Zentarum. An excerpt from the ongoing metatext rebound by Iosefa Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Denir for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext, her god's annal of lost and hidden knowledge. Despite their protestation to the contrary, it takes no keen eye to see the echoes of Bainite philosophy in modern Zentarum practice, a strict militaristic hierarchy where all power flows from the top. Who occupies that position today is the matter of some speculation, for the Black Network's leadership was thought destroyed along with their headquarters at Zentel Keep in 1383 DR. In the following decades, however, a new base of power began to consolidate at the fortress of Darkhold far to the south. At its center stands the Paraghost, an enigmatic armored figure to whom the Zentarum's rebirth is almost single-handedly attributed. Whoever their leader, it is clear that this new Zentarum have not abandoned plans for domination so much as recalculated their approach. Where once their focus was on the subversion and conquest of nations, the network of today is much more concerned with establishing their stronghold on the market, a power which crosses borders that are closed to more conventional forces. Interesting. All right. There's not too much in here. I mean, I can peer through every cabinet. I'm a little worried about stepping into this door. Is this a door? Let's step over here with the light. Well, it's very interesting. There's clearly some kind of door here, but it either hasn't loaded in or just is literally inaccessible. I guess we'll continue looting all the stuff they have in here, though there's not really much. All right, I think that's where we're going to leave it. We looted the toll house. There wasn't too much to be found. I'm sure I didn't cut it out, but there was a blackened area that seemed like it either should have a door or perhaps it is actually just meant to be inaccessible. But what few valuables they did have, we looted, and we got to learn a little bit about the Zentarum. But we also got to do what we came out here to do, which was to help Karlach, and we also got to find out that she is an insane psychopath who will literally destroy everything after a fight. We might not be carrying her along with us for too long, so I don't think that's going to matter too much. I like the makeup of having Lae'zel on the team, so we'll probably swap back to that, but we'll certainly be having some conversations with her when we get back to camp. But we will do that in the next episode, so subscribe for more Baldur's Gate, and I'll see you next time.